Central Dauphin Rams football fans, welcome to one more Central Dauphin Rams football scouting report brought to you by Linglestown American Legion Post 272, where you can get a great brunch on Sunday mornings. I'm here with assistant coach, defensive coordinator Sean Rosler. Just days away from the second round District 3 game with our nemesis, Manheim Township. How are things going this week on the practice field?
As good as can be expected, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
How many days have you been outside? Today you were out here at the...
Yesterday we went up to In the Net, so we got a good practice there.
All right.
And tonight was beautiful, so a little muddy. But
Now we're trying to break a 3-game losing streak with this team over the last 2 seasons.
Yep.
We've always, other than that playoff game last year, the other 2 games have been very, very close. So we know this team. What do you think it's going to take to get over the top this time around?
I think complete game, good balance with all 3 phases, offense, defense, special teams. We've, in the past, the 3 losses, let's say, we've lacked one element or the other.
Okay.
So,
now I watched you guys practice before the first time you played this year, week 3, and defensively, I mean, to me, it was very confusing. It seems like Manheim Township comes at you with a lot of different looks and a little bit of trickery there on the offense.
They do. They go from everything from an I set, which requires 21 personnel, to 11 personnel to 10 personnel. So they'll go with the tight end and 1 back. With the tight end and 2 backs, with no tight end and 1 back, with no tight end and 2 backs, and then they'll go with no tight end and 1 back. So you've got all those different personnel packages to prepare for, and that means you've got to go ahead and go over a couple different things.
Yeah, and I would think it would be some advantage playing them for the second time. This stuff may come back to the kids a little bit more second time around this season.
Yeah, well, we've actually. We've been playing these guys, it seems like forever, at least like for 10 years. The previous coach was also a varied offensive formation guy, and Coach Evans is a varied offensive formation guy. So, there's really we know what they want to do to us, and they know what they're going to get. And it basically comes down to execution and tackling, I think.
All right, 2 other quick questions here. One is, last week Manheim Township had their hands full with Chambersburg. I'm sure you guys got to look at the video. I mean, what went on in that game to make it so close?
Oh, well, again, very similar to our game. You're talking about a spread teams in those conditions.
Raining conditions.
Raining conditions, and that's a great equalizer. I mean, that eliminated maybe like 50 to 60% of an offensive playbook. That suited us, I would say, better than it did Central York. So in the Manheim Chambersburg game, I think it tailored to Chambersburg more so than to Manheim.
On a preliminary basis, it's going to be very wet again on Friday night, so it might play into our hands a little bit.
I hope so. I mean, I hope hell comes out of the sky. And,
it's supposed to be heavy rain, so we'll see.
Yeah.
The last thing is, as a fan, as a reporter, watching our team, it just seems to me that we're getting better week by week on both sides of the ball. Especially, the dramatic difference from when we played them back in week 3 to now offensively. I mean, we've come a long way.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know how much we're improving on, everywhere, but I know this, because we have to go against them every day. Our offense is definitely bringing it a little more than they have in the first couple games. Yes.
And do you have any sense of why that has been? Is it just senior leadership, or just everything starting to gel together a little bit better? What has it been? Can you put a finger on it?
I think our offensive line is playing a little more physical right now, and it could be because of we've had a little bit of a style change. Coach Mack, Coach Doc, and those guys, kind of adapted maybe a little bit to certain personnel and used certain personnel more. And that has maybe given the offense a little more confidence, maybe a little more offensive line, a little more identity, and again, they literally, they saved us a couple games in a row now. They're eating up clock,
Okay.
and grinding and
Yeah.
grinding and
Oh, yeah.
grinding, and that's great. It's, you know, for us on defense, that's the best defense you can have is your offense, you know, controlling that ball.
Absolutely.
And it's been great to see.
It's also good to see some of your defensive players like Jaden Baylor out there running the ball. He had like 15 yards last week.
Yeah, the one team concept, you know, since Carlisle, I think has brought all the units together.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was a smart move, good move, and it's cool. You know, they get fired up for that first play.
Yeah. Well, good luck on Friday night against
Thank you.
Manheim Township
I
Coach
appreciate it.
Sean Rosler. Thanks for stopping
Are you
by.
gonna brave the elements?
I am, absolutely.
All right,
I mean,
well, you better bring a canopy or something for this tent.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We have umbrellas and we use phones.
Well, you're not bumping me out of mine.
Okay.